Finally, I'll try to teach him some ways to think about soloing or making melodies within that. And then I think we'll probably end up with just some tips on bullshitting, because it really is just a confidence game.
What I really like is I can just maintain this claw-like composure of my hands and not have to figure anything out on the fly. So it's just kind of figuring out how many ways to vary whilst like kind of building up from what I know instead of just randomly going like, right?
So the whole process from here forward is really about finding those moments where you're like, oh, that sounded weirder. And it's either, what are you going to do with that, or I want to avoid that from here on out. And so it's finding things that you discard and it's finding things to answer. So one of the things you did is you were right here. And you're like, oh, that sounds weirder. There's like a resolution there on what we already learned, which is just dropping down to this. And that's like a classic tension release. So all those things that are out are are very close to being in. And so it's either, do you want those out things in what you're doing going forward? Do you want to go from places like this and come back to that? Or do you just say, I never want to play that again. I never want to hear about that. So you say, these two notes, out of here. Not fun, not doing them. So we're comfortable with our 1, 4, 5, 1 in C. If you go to a song and you look it up on the internet and it says it starts in A, and it goes A, D, E, A. This is when you go to the keyboard, you do your whole, half, whole, half. So you know, like, these are the notes in play. And you go, all right, 1, starts in A, goes to D, goes to E. You go, 1, 4, 5, 1. And you can either take that whole thing and like rewrite it and play it all in C, and just play it the way you want to play it in C, or like then you can extend the knowledge. You're like, oh, this is just a 1, 4, 5. And the moves that I do for 1, 4, 5s work everywhere. So you found that you liked doing this on the 1 of C. Well, in A, that works just as well. The same hand configuration, just starting in a different place. And so you start to learn that, oh, in 1, 4, 5 songs, I like doing this move. Would this move look different in a different key? Would it there? Or you can take things and bring it back to the keys that you like. And that's the way you can at least play the things. Because the only way you really learn when you're self-teaching is to play the things that you're interested in playing. And so it's about taking things that are too difficult for you and finding entrance to them at some point. And so either I'm going to take this and put it in the key that I understand, or I'm going to take the key that I understand, and my exercise today is learning it in that different key, or figuring out what's familiar about that key, or what's different about that key, or what else do I need to know to figure out why they've made this choice. Here, let me take the reins. 1, 4, 5, 1, right? That's our home. Here's a move that sounds good. Sounds good at every stage. Do that in a different key. So I'm going to do 1, 4, 5, 1. Same thing, different place. Up here. Same move. If you figure out a move, you can move it absolutely anywhere. So, 1, 4, 5s. Why are they everywhere? Because they're really, really easy to follow. The ear has an easy time with them. Everyone gets why that moves through. Also 1, 4, 5. And then you can expand that to the other one. So like 2 5s, 2, 5, 1. There's a ton of things that are that. There's a ton of things that are 1, 4, 2, 5. And as you encounter these examples over and over, you'll start to see how different genres work and how different songs just put these things in different orders. So 1, 4, 2, 5. That was nothing. That was meaningless. That's anything you came up with white keys right then. The difference between the choices you make with the left hand, you can really like beat up octaves and they're like really forgiving. Fives are a little more filled in, a little more cogent, which sometimes gets in the way. Again, simplicity is kind of what you want, not to mess things up. So.
Now I'm going to need to hit up Jason and borrow one of his little keyboards, or bug him and come over here every day, because this really taught me enough that I do sincerely feel for the first time in a decade like I actually want to learn music again.